ゲームのアイデアと、テーマと世界観と、大まかなストーリーっていうのがほぼ脳の中でバラバラに思いつくんですけど、でそれが並行してあんまり意識はしてないんですけど、並行して進んでいくうちにある時それがパッとつながるっていうか、今ネットがやっぱり世界中つながって24時間リアルタイムでつながって人々は幸せになるはずだったんですけど、そうではなくてお互い中傷したり攻撃し合っている中で、もうインターネットに疲弊している人はいっぱいいるんですけど、あのゲームをやるとやっぱりインターネットに関する気持ちがちょっと変わって、すごい優しく思えるんですよ、人々が。なぜならポジティブなことしか言ってこないように制御されてるんで、ネガティブは全然こっちには伝わらないので、お互いポジティブのやり取りをして思いやるっていう環境を作ってるので、スタッフもそうですけど、ゲームをされた方がすごく世界中の人から優しくされたっていうことで感謝されたんで、そこは狙い通りではあったんですけど、そういう風になってくれるとはそこだけは不安だったので、すごくそこは良かったと思いますね。ゲームの世界に何十時間といて、そこからどうしてもリアルの世界に戻るので、最終的にはね、帰った時にこの中で経験したものをリアルな世界で使ってほしいという、それだけです。だからその一つが今回をつなぐっていうテーマなんで。
Hello everyone, this is Naved, aka Kojima Fanman from Atlanta, North City of the UCA. Kojima-san always wanted Death Stranding to be a game about making connections, and people like me ended up doing exactly that before, during, and even after the release of the game. I made some amazing connections all around the world. Like, these are strands that I have connected throughout the world map. And I personally have been a huge Kojima fan since the days of Metal Gear Solid 1. And he is someone that I've always looked up to. He's inspired my life and my creative endeavors in every way possible. He's always also been way ahead of his time with his gaming concepts, his ideas, his storytelling. They've always been way ahead of its time. And when the first trailer for Death Stranding came out, I knew this game was going to be something very special, and indeed it was. The idea for this video came to me because of the state of the internet, and specifically the gaming sphere and the gaming community these days. It's just so negative. Like, people just need a reason to hate on a game and the developers. And I wanted to do something positive and uplifting for Kojima-san and his team at Kojima Productions, and so I contacted all these wonderful people that I've met in the past 8 years, and I've done podcasts with on this channel, Gamers Parlay. People like Johnny, Devish, Ashler, Albert, Anna. We have nitpicked and analyzed the Death Stranding trailers throughout these years, so I reached out to them and I asked if they wanted to send any messages to the team. And not just them, I actually reached out to some of the people that I knew were big fans of the game and Kojima-san, and to see if they were interested in doing such videos. And to be honest, I was absolutely positively overwhelmed by the response. This game is about bringing people together, and boy did that work. And so I'm gonna be showing you some of the messages and some of the videos that were recorded by these fans. I really hope that Kojima-san and his team gets to see this video, and some of these videos are really creative, and to be honest, I didn't expect anything less from Kojima fans. So without further ado, please enjoy the videos. While I have this pizza just got delivered by this weird guy who was wearing like a baby in front of him. Says it was for someone named Peter Englert. But anyway, you guys enjoy the video while I enjoy this pizza.
Death Stranding buat saya adalah sebuah game yang benar-benar berbeda dan unik. Perpaduan gameplay, story yang sulit sekali tebak, dan seperti biasa Hideo Kojima membuatnya dalam satu package yang buat saya keren banget. Ketika Death Stranding 2 diumumkan, saya yakin Death Stranding 2 akan melampaui kesuksesan dari Death Stranding 1. Maka dari itu, saya, Bayu, Porter Bridges dari Jakarta Capital Cloud City akan terus mensupport Hideo. Keep on keeping on, bos.
It's time to talk about one of my favorite gaming universes, Death Stranding. This was the first game I was introduced to by Hideo Kojima. Yes, I was introduced to MGS because of Death Stranding. It's hard to fit all my thoughts into a few seconds of video, but this game has definitely had a huge impact on me. In general, getting to know the work of Hideo Kojima has had a big influence on my life. And now, waiting for the second part of DS, I'm literally so excited. From the very first trailer, I was incredibly excited. And I'm really looking forward to the final result. And of course, I want to express my deepest gratitude to the KGP studio. And of course to Hideo Kojima himself. Thank you, and I hope we meet again. Keep on keeping on.
A world fractured, a society in isolation. Death Stranding wasn't just a game, it was a vision. Breathtaking landscapes, haunting soundtrack, and revolutionary gameplay, Hideo Kojima weaves a story of human resilience in the face of desolation. Porter Tiger Raj doesn't just deliver cargo, he delivers life, love, and the promise of better tomorrow. Every step, every struggle is a testament to the unbreakable spirit of those who refuse to give up, binding the broken remnants of humanity together, one bridge at a time. Death Stranding challenges us, lingers with us, and reminds us that even in the darkest times, we are truly not alone. For Kojima-san, a new path awaits. What lies in Death Stranding on the beach, only time and visionary mind of Hideo Kojima will tell.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Mi nombre es Elien Elías, soy artista conceptual, pero también hago mucho fan art. Y principalmente la temática de fan art que hago es todo lo relacionado con Hideo Kojima y su obra, y principalmente Death Stranding. Durante el tiempo de la pandemia, pues jugué el juego y pues quedé enamorado. Realmente es un juego increíble, o sea, mucha inmersión, mucho viaje un tanto mental y espiritual desde mi perspectiva. Y pues no puedo esperar por el siguiente Death Stranding 2, que realmente pues creo que va a ser increíble, o sea, creo que va a ser la obra maestra de Hideo Kojima. Y pues durante este tiempo y estaré haciendo un montón de obras sobre este universo, ¿no? Este universo tan guay que es el que nos transmite Hideo Kojima con sus juegos. Y pues solo darle pues un gran agradecimiento a él y a su equipo y a Yoshi Shinkawa también, obviamente. Y pues un gran viaje nos espera.
How do you even describe something you have never seen before? That was Death Stranding. Building a whole new genre isn't just difficult, it's almost impossible. But Kojima did it, and he knew exactly how to pull it off. The casting, the music, the cinematography, everything clicked perfectly. You know, there was a new kind of addiction to it. You'd spend hours doing the simplest things and love every second. The gameplay mechanics, you just didn't play Death Stranding, you felt it. The weight of the cargo, the resistance of the earth beneath you. Oh, job well done. And now I'm beyond excited for June 26th. I'm sure that Stranding 2 is going to be an absolute banger. Can't wait for it.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Also, Vincent her. Death Stranding was my very first Kojima game. I went into it completely blind and came out the other end all-seeing. As some of you may have guessed, I connected to a certain character in the game, who essentially resurrected me as a person and gave me a new goal in life. So personally, I am very excited not only to see the story in Death Stranding 2, but what happens to Heartman, because of that trailer truly piqued my interest, something fierce. Death Stranding has been a very uniquely inspirational game for me. I haven't played anything even remotely close to that game. And the second one looks to be even wilder, and we can only guess what happens. I cannot wait, but we all have to. This has been Vincent from Norway, and I'll...
I can't believe it. It's been 6 years. Johnny here from Milan Knot City. Nice to see you guys again. Like I said, it's been 6 years since this masterpiece came out. Death Stranding really helped me through a lot of struggles, and especially as Kojima wanted, it helped me make new connections in a positive way. So I was a very shy scientist in my youth when the game came out, and I replied to a Reddit thread where I met Albert. Albert and his network put me onto hundreds of guys and girls that really enjoyed what I liked, and I really hit it on with a few of these. Naved and Danny and Devesh, we started a few podcasts together talking about video games, especially Death Stranding and Kojima. And then we brought on also Anna and Ashler, and we've been friends ever since. And I believe this is exactly what Kojima wanted us to do. We made connections. It really helped get through the pandemic, because, of course, Kojima knew about it before this happened. Especially after his predictions of Metal Gear Solid 2. I'd be very afraid with what's coming with Death Stranding 2. I don't want him to tell the future about that as well. But yeah, my native language, if you really want. Grazie a tutti per averci seguito, specialmente il nostro podcast, The Gamers Parley. E papara pupi. See you guys soon. Gotta go now. Gotta get BB and deliver this package. Let's go, BB. Arigatou gozaimasu, Kojima-san.
I'm Ashler, aka Conceptual Man, pyrogramming from Tucson Knot City. Before Death Stranding 1 was released, I was able to connect with an amazing group of Death Stranding fans. We theorized, analyzed, made fan art, and my particular favorite, conceptual art. Having the potential of playing a legitimate walking simulator that focused on traversal had my conceptual mind flooding with possibility. Navigating texture and geometric-based obstacles with both mundane and high-tech equipment, creating simple and complex highways and byways that we maintained along with its supporting infrastructure, the dilemma of a void-out erasing our precious roads, forcing us to choose between navigating its crater or going around it. These types of ideas and pre-release connections were a highlight of my Death Stranding experience. When Death Stranding came out, I found myself stranded from Death Stranding community in attempts to dodge spoilers. I was hoping we would be able to bridge link, but it wasn't a feature at launch. Hopefully Death Stranding 2 will have this feature. One thing I love about my Death Stranding 1 experience was how the game reimagines old gameplay ideas, like Death Stranding's take on battle transitions from JRPGs. I'm hoping that Death Stranding continues this notion of reimagining old gameplay concepts throughout gaming history. I'm excited to see what's new in Death Stranding 2, and if any of our hopes for the game come true. I'd like to wish Kojima Productions and Kojima-san good luck with the remaining development on Death Stranding 2. Us fans appreciate all of the work you're doing. Thank you for creating something that has brought us together. It's been an amazing journey thus far. With that being said, keep on keeping on.
Death Stranding mér allt. Þegar ég byrjaði að spila leikinn, hefði ég aldrei vitað hversu stór áhrif hann hefði á mig. Frá persónunum, tónlistinni og sögunni. Allt náði svo rosalega til mín. Ég sé svo mikið að sjálfu mér í Sam, hvernig hann hagar sér og við aðra í gegnum söguna svo sambærilegt mínu eigin lífi. Ég hlakka til að halda sögu hans áfram í næsta leik. Ég þegar búin að gráta yfir trailernum og efast ekki að næsti leikur hafi eins mikil áhrif á mig og sá fyrsti. Haldið áfram að halda áfram.
हेलो राइटर कोजिमा एंड एवरीवन एट कोजिमा प्रोडक्शंस। मेरा नाम देवेश है और मैं इंडिया से हूँ और आप लोग देख सकते हैं शायद मैं अभी भी गेम खेल रहा हूँ। वेल आई डोंट प्ले गेम्स इनफ बट आई स्टिल रिमेंबर इट वाज सच अ प्रोफाउंड एक्सपीरियंस जब मैंने ये गेम पहली बार खेली थी और आई वाज एक्साइटेड लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल around the globe, to be honest, for the first game, and I still remember the night that I got the physical edition और फिर मैंने आके गेम खेला and time कैसे बीत गया उस पूरी रात and many nights went on the same line जब मुझे time का पता भी नहीं चल रहा था मैं गेम खेले जा रहा था and I loved I won't say much but I'll just say that it is still such a profound experience to think that the studio created a game which is probably like a competitive game but building on the foundation of helping others, and it is one of the very few games that not only I am still replaying after like 5 years and in the waiting for Death Stranding 2, but also it is one of the few games जिसके बारे में मैं almost हर frequently कुछ हफ्तों में कुछ महीनों में सोचता हूँ इसके बारे में. And since I don't play, or should I say, since I do not replay games quite a lot, this is an outlier कि मैं अपना, like I have a huge backlog, but still I'm kind of playing this game, like I'm 30 hours into the game and still enjoying it, probably even more than that I enjoyed it before, which is again surprising for me. And now I just want to wish everyone at Kojima Productions for I know it's a tough time, last year कुछ crunching days होते हैं, but I hope everyone is in good health more than anything else, and yeah, I just cannot wait for the game. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Albert from the Kojima Podcast, also known as Down Under Man, coming to you live from Australia, from the lovely locale of Canberra Knot City. Death Stranding truly is a one-of-a-kind title. Since it was first revealed in 2016, I found myself immediately drawn to it, mainly because for many years, even at that point, I was wanting more from the interactive medium than just what we were getting. Recreation, distraction, competition, all of these felt like the stick, so to speak. Lots of hitting each other, shooting each other, an art form that really needed to grow in my view. I closely followed all the roads to release of Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, 4 and 5 and have been in Kojima's corner all throughout everything that happened with Konami. So by the time Death Stranding rolled along, I really did consider myself part of that Kojima collective around the world, which I believe this video is a part of, and alongside my friends Navaid Siddiqui, Johnny Lombardo and Danny Nevio, created many speculation and theory crafting filled episodes on Death Stranding and what it could be. Some of my fondest memories following the production of a title took place during that time, and I will never forget forget them. Here in Canberra, I really do love my long walks and hikes, and to find out that the title was about that, this feeling of isolation but also connection, really spoke to the introvert in me and really heartened me on so many fronts in terms of humanity and for the art form that I loved. So you can imagine that when Death Stranding 2 On the Beach was announced, featuring none other than my fellow Australian George Miller, director of Mad Max, as the amazing Tarman, it sent my levels of gratitude and appreciation all the way through the stratosphere. It looks like Death Stranding 2 is really going to step into this surreal, extraordinary, indescribable, and maybe even experimental realm, with some of the most unique aesthetic elements I have ever seen in any art form. That's what's always so refreshing and heartening about Kojima, is that he always takes every single opportunity to do something that has never been done before, whether it's aesthetic, thematic, or technological. It definitely doesn't feel like it's been 11 years since he started his new studio, in a much less glamorous office than they have now, over at Kojima Productions in Japan, to now being in the position where not only is Death Stranding 2 on the way, but a Death Stranding film, Fizzant, and OD. There's truly no better time to either be Kojima or to be in the Kojima community, and I am here to celebrate with you all. Arigatou gozaimasu, Kojima-san and Kojima Productions. Thank you so much, and all of you, for being who you are and doing what you do. I myself and countless millions across the world cannot wait to experience Death Stranding 2. And you can bet that me and all of the friends that I made through Death Stranding, including Nav, Johnny, and Danny, will be in your corner cheering you on all the way to release and beyond. Ganbatte minasan. I hope the whole Kojima team is really energized at this time of production, and that you have a very smooth and positive end of development coming up really soon. Sending you good energy always from Australia and across the world, and keep on keeping on.
Death Stranding is a one-of-a-kind experience that blends stunning visuals, a haunting soundtrack, and deeply emotional storytelling. Hideo Kojima crafts a unique world filled with loneliness, mystery, and hope, where every step you take matters. While its gameplay, centered around delivering cargo, may not be for everyone, those who embrace it will find a meditative, rewarding journey unlike any other. With an incredible performance by Norman Reedus and a thought-provoking narrative, Death Stranding is a masterpiece of atmosphere and ambition.
Life is about, connections, but you gotta ask really yourself, are we really connected? Hey everyone, Porter Big B here. Death Stranding was more than just an experience for me. It was a journey that changed the way I see video games and even life itself. When I first played Death Stranding, I wasn't sure what to expect, but I kept going. I realized that this game wasn't just about delivering packages. It was about connecting people. Whether it was the online community helping each other, building bridges and ladders, or the emotional depth of the story, every moment felt meaningful. I made some great connection with some other porters, and that's something no other game has done for me so far. Now with Death Stranding on the Beach coming out, I can't wait to see where the story takes us next. What new challenges Sam might face. What new connections will we make? At the end, I'd like to thank Kojima-san for creating such an amazing gaming experience for me and a million other players around the world. I would end by saying what Hartman used to say, keep on keeping on.
Hey, hallo liebe Porter, ich bin's Knut und ja, vielen Dank für 5 Jahre, 6 Jahre Death Stranding. Ist schon eine Zeit vergangen auf jeden Fall. Jetzt kommt bald der zweite Teil raus. Man kann sich wirklich nur freuen und tolle Community. Viele super geile Screenshots, sehr inspirierend und ja, keep on keeping on. Kojima ist der Beste und Kojima Productions, beste Team.
Hola, Carolina Porter por acá. Mi experiencia con el Death Stranding fue realmente sanadora para mí. Realmente yo estaba pasando por un mal momento de mi salud mental y cuando empecé a jugar rápidamente me sentí identificada con Sam. No me perseguía ningún BT, pero me sentía muy sola viviendo el día a día. Conocer la historia, la música, los personajes, cada cinemática, cada carga transportada realmente fue liberador. me enseñó que yo no tenía que alejar a la gente, sino que realmente tenía que conectar con nuevas personas que también les gusta el juego y otros intereses, y también reconectar con las personas que amo. Sinceramente yo quería dar las gracias a Hideo Kojima y a todo Kojima Productions por el excelente trabajo que hicieron con este juego, a los actores de doblaje y en cámara, porque realmente me ayudaron mucho en mi proceso de sanación con su juego, sin pensarlo quizás. Y solo me queda decir, keep on, keepin on.
I think that Death Stranding is a very conceptually fascinating and visually stunning game. Hideo Kojima is a really talented and captivating storyteller who is really able to use the medium of video games to sort of create these emotionally touching stories that really, resonate with you. I think that Death Stranding is more than just, a video game. It's really about connecting with other people and, supporting one another. And I think that really connects with me personally, because I was sort of going through, a tough period of time where I felt, a little isolated. So I'm really excited for Death Stranding 2 on the beach, and I can't wait to see what Hideo Kojima and the team cooks up. So far, I'm really digging, the entire red theme and the idea of should we have connected. So that is why I, Serena, the chiral illustrator from Astronaut City, will keep on supporting Kojima and the team. Keep on keeping on.
Hola, soy Mr. Kojiman y quiero hablarte directamente, Kojima-san. Death Stranding no fue solo un videojuego para mí, fue una experiencia transformadora. En un momento en que la industria parecía estancada, tú llegaste con algo distinto, valiente, emocional, único. Un juego que rompía esquemas, que no tenía miedo de ir más lento, más profundo, más humano. Con cada paso, cada carga, cada conexión, sentí que no jugaba solo, sentí que estaba formando parte de algo más grande. Death Stranding me enseñó que incluso en la soledad podemos construir puentes, que incluso en el silencio puede haber significado. Me enamoró su universo, su música, su narrativa, y me confirmó algo que ya sabía. Hideo Kojima es un auténtico genio. Un visionario. Alguien que no se conforma con seguir el camino, sino que lo crea. Gracias, Kojima-san. Gracias por enseñarnos a conectar, por seguir caminando y por recordarnos que incluso en los momentos más oscuros siempre hay luz. Nosotros te seguimos de cerca.
Hey, this is Mr. Crowbar at Junction Knot City, Canada. The biggest thing I got out of the first Death Stranding was that you don't need to be the big damn hero to make a difference. Every small contribution you make to help others or your community, that's a small step forward. And when you add up all those small steps, you can cross a continent. And thinking now about the present state of the world and what Death Stranding 2 might hold, especially with the evolution of bridges to drawbridge, I want to think that's about setting boundaries, and when you have a connection that's become unhealthy and you need to sever it. And that's not always a bad thing. It can be to protect yourself and make room for new, better connection. But it leaves the opportunity to renew that connection down the line. Because I want to believe that the answer to should we have connected is a resounding yes. Because the more we work together, the farther we can go. And it's just keep on keeping on.
Hi, my name is Eli, and I'd like to talk about my experience with the first Death Stranding. It was a great game. I loved it. I've always been a fan of Hideo and all of his work, especially Metal Gear Solid and all that. And when I saw Death Stranding for the first time, I was like, I need this. This is what I need. This is the creativity I need in my life. And I've met some amazing people as well through Death Stranding. One of my friends, Jerome, we met through a Death Stranding group, and we just like formed a strand, we connected. And I'm really excited for Death Stranding 2. I can't wait to get it in my hands and just like experience this world and jump right back in. I was already happy with the first game that we got like a lot from Kojima, and I wasn't expecting us to be back here already. Like, look at this. So I'm really excited for Death Stranding 2. And don't forget, keep on keeping on.
Death Stranding for me is about exercise. It's about hitting that 20k goal marathon walk. I need to exercise more. Kidding aside, Death Stranding is about perseverance. It's about endurance. It's about grit. It's about overcoming life's obstacles, life's challenges. Imagine this game came out just before the pandemic. This game is played by millions during the pandemic. This game gave people the strength to push forward, to move on. Even those times of hardship, as everyone knows. Thank you, Kojima, for making this wonderful game that inspired millions to be more creative. This game also inspired me to be more creative. It's inspired me to learn digital sculpting, modeling, and animation. Thank you, Kojima, for pushing the boundaries of storytelling, of imagination, of creativity. I believe Death Stranding 2 will be another huge success. These statues behind me is a reminder of how your work inspired me. Thank you, Hideo Kojima-san. From Philippines, Jerome Porter Bridges signing out.
Hi Kojima-san, my name is Brian Porter Bridges, and I'm coming at you from Goodyear Knot City. I want to tell you that Death Stranding is unlike any other game I've played, so Death Stranding 2 is my most anticipated game of 2025. Sometimes it felt like work delivering packages on foot, but once I was able to build a zipline network, deliveries became so fun and easy and quick, and I was able to get that platinum trophy. I enjoyed every minute of that. And your game is all about connecting people. So last weekend I met Troy Baker at Game On Expo, and I told him that I'll be attending Strands of Harmony in Austin, Texas next year. I've never been to Texas, so you're taking me to places I've never been. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate everything that you do, and I hope that you keep on keeping on. Thank you. Take care.
Hi. My first experience with Hideo Kojima was in 1999. It was Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation 1, and I was totally awestruck with the stealth mechanics and the cinematic style. From there I understood that there was something unique and special about a Hideo Kojima game. My first time playing Death Stranding was last summer, and very quickly I understood that this was something unique and special again. As somebody who appreciates world building and lore, I am fascinated with unraveling the mysteries of Death Stranding. The story is well paced and structured, and you are drawn into a terrible nightmare that is exhilarating to experience. That every moment is lined with hope. The more you progress, the more you feel the hopelessness transform into optimism and determination, narratively fetchy the way that only Kojima Productions can deliver. I quickly became attached to BB, and her little giggles and curling often brought a tear to my eye. I was in the middle of a deep depression at the time, and having something to care for and the responsibility of helping isolate people connect and find strength in their darkness helped lift me through my own difficulties. I can't contain my excitement for Death Stranding 2. To every single person at Kojima Productions, especially Hideo, I just want to say thank you. I feel blessed and fortunate to be in a time where I am alive to experience these great technologies and the things that people created these technologies. Keep on keeping on.
So these were some of the messages that I received from fans all around the world. I thank each and every one of them for sending these out. I am sure millions of other fans around the world have the same sentiments about this video game, and I too resonate with the general feeling of all the messages that this game is an absolute masterpiece. Be it the gameplay, the genre-defining gameplay, the cinematography of the cutscenes, the acting, the music, everything blends together so beautifully, and this is a game that will be remembered for ages to come. And I just want to wish everyone at Kojima Productions and Kojima-san all the very best in this final stretch of development. I know it's going to be a little tough for you guys, and before, of course, the game goes gold, but I am personally very, very excited for this game to come out. I cannot wait for it to be June and finally have the game in my hands to play. So until then, to Kojima-san and his whole team, keep on keeping on.